Hello there, welcome back. It's a lovely Saturday morning, it's about 11 o'clock. Still a bit of frost on the ground, but I've just been lugging all of this timber here from my car. It's about 400 metres each way, so that was 3 loads, that kept me nice and warm. Got my bobble hat on, check it out. Just wondering what to do today now. I've got a lot of ideas and things going on in my head about things that I want to do now. The ground clearance is coming on quite well anyway, as you already know, possibly. I want to get rid of the tall weeds now. I just want to get the whole ground accessible. So I'm just going to clear all of this back corner now, get all the tall stuff out of the way. And yeah, then I can actually see the lay of the land, start working on a plan. The timber that I bought there is going to be for a composting bin, I think, which I want to place down in this corner. I've got to sort that fence out because that's all falling down. As you can see, all the brambles have pushed their way through. Now I've got nothing against brambles, beautiful little blackberries, but I have when they start pushing my fences over, so I should take care of that one today as well. I brought the shears down as well because that back hedge is looking a little bit out of control. Just want to give that a trim. The neighbours have done their side, so I just feel like, you know, it'd only be fair because I don't want to be casting too much shadow over their plot. Yeah, so that is the plan really. I'm going to get stuck in and yeah, see if I come up with anything along the way. I'll let you know. Just a little tip for you now if you want to grow some mushrooms. The best way that I've found is to get an old ball of string and yeah, just leave it in the ground, and yeah, the little suckers will just grow away on that quite happily. Yeah, dodgy. Anywho, hello, just for a bit of a laugh, thought I'd dig up some of these old parsnips that I found. They look like fairly big old plants actually. Right, might be worth seeing what's underground. Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen? Oh my goodness. Look at the size of that bad boy. Wow. Not bad, eh? That's that one. Oh, I think I've just stabbed it. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That's 3 decent sized ones all on one plant. Oh. Another knobbly one. I think that's going to be about it for now. Oh yeah, clearance is coming on alright. I'll walk back here to where we started and I'll show you guys what I've managed to achieve. I've been down here about an hour. If you remember, that was all overgrown a few minutes ago. And that's pretty clear now, right the way back to the fence hedge. So I've got barrier confusion. Got not been brave enough to have a little dig in this corner yet, but that's empty, isn't it? Oh god, it's a compost. I don't know if you can make that out, but it's got eggshells and leaves and all sorts in there. So here's me worrying about a compost bin. It looks like there's already one well underway in there. Oh, I don't suppose you can see anything, can you? Anything? Oh well, it looks like it's definitely made a good start anyway. Oh, and just some general bits and bobs and bags and bits. Got this big old sheet here that I've uncovered. It looks like corrugated tin again. There's another one. Looking back across the plot now. This place is massive, isn't it? I thought it was big when it was overgrown, and as I'm clearing it, it's just getting bigger and bigger. Oh my goodness. But hey, it's all good stuff. Especially now I know I can grow parsnips here, albeit knobbly ones. But yeah, keep oh yeah, where's the sun? There's the sun, there's me. So bobble hat's falling off. It's kept me lovely and warm though. Oh, so yeah, it's going really, really well actually. I'm just going to carry on, clear all of that, and then there's a patch of nettles just there. Once that's gone, the place will be pretty much down to ground level, and then it's just a big dig, which I've got my new fork for, so bring it on. Well, I don't mind telling you, I'm absolutely shattered. It's been a nice productive day. The sun's starting to dip now. Sunset around 4 o'clock, I think it's about 2 now, so I've still got a couple of hours. Yeah, it's not gone too bad actually, not gone too bad at all. I mean, this whole corner here was up to its armpits in weeds. As you can see now, I've got a pretty good view around the entire plot now, which is a beautiful. You can actually see the lay of the land now, start planning out where I'm going to put things. So yes, found my little compost bin here in the corner, which I shall decided to reuse, recycle if you like. Well, the hedges need a good trim and that, don't they? But other than that, I'm kind of very, very, very positive now. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a hell of a lot of spade work to do, but that's all good. It's all good. Wander around here, you can see it's all clear, which I'm absolutely loving. It's the first time since I've got the plot that I can actually see it, all 4 corners if you like. I say all 4 corners, there is still this one here, but what's that? It's only about 10 square metres, and so we'll get that cleared in no time. Just wondering now if I want to carry on, do a bit more, or if I've had enough, which I'm not too sure. You know, when you first get stuck in, you do like 2 hours non-stop, and then after that it's every 10 minutes you stop. I'm at that point now, so I know all you guys say do a little bit, but do it often, don't overdo it. So that's obviously advice that you guys have learnt properly over time, so I don't know, I might ignore it and find out why. Oh dear, stubborn as ever. What my general thoughts are at the minute, if I take you around the plot, I've got entrance, long fence down to the corner, and then the little shack. I was thinking greenhouse or polytunnel in this corner. I'm not too sure because the neighbouring plot is unoccupied and it's not at all secure, so I was just wondering if I put something there, if I'm asking for trouble, but I don't think that would make much difference for wherever else it is. The shack is staying for the time being. It's been a nice little shelter, somewhere to sit for me. I was going to put my shed up here. However, I'm just thinking is that, because what I'm thinking is where the sun is up there, it starts over there, works its way across here, so there's always a shadow in this corner. So I was thinking about my shed and my compost in this corner, just because it's not really good growing land. Now that might be completely wrong, I don't know, but yeah, that was the thoughts at the minute. I'm going to have, obviously I've got a big bed there, which I am going to bring right up to about here. That's going to be like my root crops, my brassicas, you know, on a 4-year rotation. There I'm going to have, hopefully along this back wall there, that's going to be where I put most of my fruit, like my trees, fruit bushes, things like that. I'm going to have a main path that runs from the gate down that edge. I'm going to have a path running all the way down this edge as well, and then lots more beds around here. The wife has mentioned that she'd like somewhere just to be able to sit and enjoy the place. Now, shack aside, you know, it might be nice to have a sort of a central area, you know, where she can stick a chair out and that in the summertime, read her books. And then up this end, not too sure really, but there's that many things I can grow, it's ridiculous. but I think with the size of the plot, I mean, I'm physically not going to need, you know, the amount of crops that 420 square metres can provide. So it's just going to be a good case of, you know, having some sort of utility areas and such, you know, grass it over, or a bit of mulch or somewhere like that, and then have the beds sort of spaced in between it all. So rather than cultivating the entire lot, you know, just getting like little spots and everything like that. So if I do have the greenhouse over in this corner, or a polytunnel. I've been looking online at polytunnels actually, and there's a range of really cheap ones, isn't there? You know, the green ones, the cross weave on it, you've probably seen them. You know, and they're like £100 or something like that. I think they start at 70 for a little, and then up to 100. I mean, I don't want to spend money if it's going to be a waste. Do you know what I mean? I've heard a lot of reports that yeah, they're all right, they're not very good in the wind, and they only last a couple of years. So to me, that's not worth it. I don't want something that's only going to last 1 or 2 years and it's got to be replaced. I want, you know, decent, permanent. So I was thinking like a couple of greenhouses, which seem to be a bit more permanent. And keeping an eye on Gumtree and all the rest of it. Freeview, pre-loved. A few people on there want stupid money though. It's like, you know, £200, £300 for a second-hand greenhouse. So forget about it. Yeah, again with the shed. Been looking in the same places, seen a couple. There was one that was being given away free, and you know, you could totally see why it was free. It needed throwing away. It didn't need, well, I didn't think I could salvage it, or the bottom was rotten, there was holes in the roof. So it wasn't worth the effort really. But yeah, I'm really positive, really, you know, thinking now. The wife's annoyed with me because I spend the majority of my time watching videos, researching, drawing plans, that sort of thing. I bought me 20 metre tape with me as well, so I'm going to run that down the plot, get some actual measurements now that I can see the full plot. Yeah, and just you know, get an idea of it, get it all laid out, and that. There appears to be a bit of a slope up going down with the fence there. I don't know if that's going to be a frost pocket, I doubt it. The next plot along is lower still. No real problems that I can see with drainage. Up this top end where I've said it doesn't get a lot of sunlight, there does seem to be a lot of moss on the ground, but I'm sure we can I'm sure we can find something that will accommodate that. And again, it's just, you know, it's going to be such an ongoing project. I mean, next year I'll be growing things and that's about it. If I can, you know, I mean, the perfectionist in me thinks that fence wants completely sorting. Where we've got the short section, that would be alright, but then you've got these uprights and I want to kind of turn those so that I've got a lower fence all the way across. Just patch it up, give it a lick of paint and that. This fence here, that's just barbed wire, completely insecure, you know, you can run through there, jump through it. Hedge at the bottom, yeah, not too bad, and again this one, just, you know, needs a bit of maintenance and trimming and all that. I am waffling, so I do apologise. Feel free to skip on. Tweety birds are enjoying the ground that I've uncovered. Anyway, we've got the robins out playing. I don't know if I can... You've seen robins before, you know what they look like. But they're there tweeting away. Can we see them frolicking? There they are. So yeah, all the ground I've uncovered and all the creepy crawlers, they're enjoying a bit of a fatten up on those, get ready for winter. That's the sunshine in your face. Oh dearie me. But I don't know, I did want to get that cleared today. What do you think? You know, I did clear that when I first came down to the plot, didn't I? Owie cheese. But then it all grew back because I only did it with the shears. I might pull up them tall weeds because then that'll be the entire plot down to ground level then. But I don't know if I can be bothered. Just a quick note, blue tarpaulin does not work as ground cover. I dug all of this section all at the same time. You can see the bit that's sticking out here, not really a lot in there, just a few little sprouts coming up. Oh, under the area that I covered. So absolutely loving it. So I think I've just created them a nice little warm environment in there. So that's going to get covered with some of the black stuff I've got. So yeah, blue tarpaulin, not good as ground cover, does not suppress the weeds. just gives them a little warm hug. I'm not one to quit while I'm ahead, so I did plough on and cleared that little bit as well. So why not? I have been thinking about composting, and I've been saving up all the kitchen scraps for a couple of weeks. Egg peels, potato peels, vegetable thingamybobs, lint out of the tumble dryer. I've been saving that as well. Apparently that's a good one to add a bit of drainage to your soil. Got this carrier bag full, so I'll put the new compost bin to use. I think dump them in there. I've put a load of the little nettle sprouts in there, some comfrey leaves that I found, some other twigs and grasses and that with no roots, no seeds. I'm just going to throw a little bit of this in here as well. I'm sure it's pretty grim after a couple of weeks, so that can all go in. Oh, but yeah, this sort of thing. I know you're meant to chop it all up really small, but you can see in there. So I've got a few peelings. Tea bags as well. Apparently it has to be tea bags that are in paper though, not in plastic. So yeah, they've been going in. There's something to the worms. Oh. So yeah, that's a bit grim, that one. Yeah, that's tumble dryer lint anyway. Apparently if you add that to your compost, it's a good thing. It's good. Eggshells to be properly crushed up, which I'll do. This is all a bit grim. I feel like I need to wash my hands. Never mind. Stick of celery there. Oops, plastic bag, we don't want that. Now, I've been told not to just pile all this stuff in, because it'll just create a nasty, great big sticky horrible mess. Well, that's already started to get a bit mouldy, that stuff. So we'll whack that in there, then I'll give it a bit of a stir up, add some more nettles, leaves, twigs and all the rest of it. I'm going to some of this mulch under the hedge here, I might throw a bit of that in, and hopefully pretty soon we'll have some beautiful compost. Cheers. Well, it's official, I have had enough. I'm going to pack up my bits now and go home, have a nice hot shower. I'm going to go join the missus for a drink and something to eat. Wicked day, loved it. Spent a lot more time down here than I spent a lot more time than I would down here usually. Yeah, and it really showed, I think. Next time I come down, hopefully I'll have a plan and start laying out where I want things, and yeah, get the old fork at work, dig it all over, get it covered over, job's a fish. That's where we're at. So yeah, not bad. Dodgy sound effects though, what do you reckon? Hello boys and girls, that's just a final word really. For any of you that have been following this right from the start, you can see it's taken forever, but we really are making progress here. And you know, if you guys can remember before, the weeds were right up to this fence, all the way up here. They were 6 foot high across the entire plot. That seems to have been tamed somewhat now. We've got an area that is dug over, so I know I'm definitely going to be planting. And it's just a word to say thank you to everybody that's been watching these videos. Just a big shout out to everybody, say thank you very much for following me on my little journey so far. Hopefully you can see the progress, that we've been really making some moves forward. It's not been going as quickly as I'd like to, but we are moving in the right direction. That's all we can do, as long as we keep doing that, coming down here a little bit, bish bash bosh, it's going to look nice. Next summer this place it's going to be bountiful, there's a word. And also just a word to everybody that has been watching, has been following me, anybody that's commented, you know, I need as much feedback, as much help as I can get on this. You know, I've been watching the videos, read a couple of books and everything, but it's not until you actually sit there and get your hands dirty that you know what you're doing. So, you know, thank you ever so much to all of you guys. I really do appreciate it. It's been giving me a lot of great motivation. I've been, you know, enjoying making these videos. Now that I'm back in Nottingham full time, I can actually get down here every week. You know, I've started my new job recently. That seems to be going all right. So yeah, you know, a lot more settled and feeling a lot more positive about the future and everything like that. So, is just, you know, thank you. Bye.